Think about when you just first found out that you were expecting a baby. Your mind rapidly started thinking about the sex, names, clothing, sleepless nights, diapers, baby smell, and many other joys that come with it. 40 weeks seemed like a very long journey ahead. Now that you have your baby in your arms and everything is about making choices, you get to choose between cloth diapers or disposables, formula or breastfeeding. A list that seems endless. One of the many choices that you have to face is co-sleeping. If you haven't heard about co-sleeping, it's also known as bed sharing, and is the practice of having your infant with you in bed during your sleep. Why co-sleeping is such an important issue? As future parents and present parents, we want to offer our children the best quality life we can offer them, and this is why many find hard to decide to put the baby to sleep with us or not. I personally use this practice with my oldest daughter. She slept in the same room with us till she was 2 years old. When we finally moved her to sleep on her own, she just woke up in the middle of the night and she realized she was by herself, and then she came to our room to sleep with us in our same bed. But it was then when I was aware of her needs and that she was not ready to be sleeping on her own. While sleeping together in the same bed, I noticed that she would look for me, touching with her hand to see if I was still there next to her, and she needed the comfort to know that I was close by. But according to promoters, co-sleeping provides a strong emotional bond with parents during childhood. Retractors consider that it's harmful for the baby because it exists a risk of suffocation of the infant. But let's see what the experts have to say about this. Promoters, co-sleeping is a precursor to the development of a secure and independent human being with good behavior, independence, and good and healthy relationships. It promotes self-esteem, more self-control, self-confidence, stress tolerance, higher degree of optimism, and happiness. It also can prevent sudden infant death. At the same time, we help the child to follow proper evolutions of his sleep, reducing anxiety level. It helps to respond quickly to the needs of the child. It strengthens the emotional bond between parents and the child. It shows that when the baby sleeps with his mother, he reaches a calmer and deeper sleep and breastfeed more than babies who sleep apart. Another thing is that mothers nurse their babies at night, almost without waking. The proximity to the mother encourages breastfeeding. But this doesn't only provide more breast milk, which is ideal for the physiological protection, but also for enhancing their mental development. Babies are protected, and if the baby has any difficulty, if they vomit or they're cold, parents are close to them to assist them. Breastfeeding protects against SIDS because frequent night nursing avoids hypoglycemia, having the mother to be more attentive. But according to the Co-Sleeping Organization, I quote, "Infants and children sleep in isolation is a recently devised cultural practice to which the human species is not adapted. Our young thrive and grow optimally when they feel safe, in close proximity to familiar, nurturing caregivers, especially during sleep when they are most vulnerable." But the retractors also have their own opinion, and they say that it can actually increase the incidence of SIDS, but only under certain circumstances, like the mother is a smoker or has smoked during pregnancy, parents use alcohol or drugs, and the co-sleeping may occur in crowded conditions. They say that it can be dangerous because many insist on the possibilities of drowning or crushing the baby while sleeping. It is also noted that the relationship with the partner is complicated by not having privacy. And as the baby grows, it becomes kind of uncomfortable for parents, infants, kids, heavy breathing, and sudden movements. And but the authorities in New Zealand officially recommended that at least during the first year of life, children sleeping in their parents' room, even in their own crib, show a clear reduction of SIDS regarding co-sleeping. And the highest rate of SIDS death occurs actually in the United States, 2 in 1,000 live births pretty much every hour. And the United States is one of the Western countries where there is more cultural rejection to the practice of co-sleeping. The anthropologist James McKenna of the American University of Indiana realized 2 studies in 1997, and he controlled through laboratory monitors the dream of mothers who slept with the babies. And it was to establish differences between the solitary sleeping babies and those who were accompanied. So he determined that because the results showed that mother and baby, when sleeping together, are synchronized, and breathing movement affects actually each other. And babies can experience bouts of apnea that can even last to like 15 seconds. But the child wakes up and restarts his breath without any problem. And this is easy if you are in a period of light sleep, and this is why babies do not sleep profoundly like adults do. So they need to be alert to stay alive. So for co-sleeping to be really beneficial, it should be performed naturally and in agreement by both parents. Co-sleeping should not extend over 5 or 6 years of the child, according to various professionals. If this practice doesn't convince you, you can always turn to something in between and sharing the same room with the baby in his own crib. It is a very personal issue, but if you decide to practice it, it must be for the right reasons. And because parenting doesn't come with a manual, we just get to manage well the new adventure, and life is about choices. And choosing being a good parent may beforehand, at the same time that you hold your baby to put him to sleep, you make more reinforced about giving that child of yours the best you can offer and the best the world actually has to offer. And this is the roller coaster called parenthood, and it is not an easy task. And this is why knowing all your options and what best fits you and your child is so essential. I think sleeping is one of the easiest ways to give the children a healthy start in life. And good luck with your parenthood calling.